Welcome to Healthy Hormone Chats. I'm Cassandra, a natural nutrition clinical practitioner and hormone health expert. I help active women in their 30s with painful periods inside my program, the Period Makeover Method. Today, I want to talk about a powerful tool that often gets overlooked in women's health: hair tissue mineral analysis, also called HTMA. And if you've been struggling with painful periods, heavy bleeding, mood swings, or fatigue, and you feel like you've tried everything without answers, HTMA could be the missing piece of the puzzle. So, what exactly is hair tissue mineral analysis? HTMA is a functional lab test that analyzes a small sample of your hair to measure the levels of minerals and toxic metals in your body. Now, you might be wondering, why hair? Hair is one of the best tissues for testing long-term mineral status. Blood tests can show what's happening in your body in this exact moment of the draw, but hair reflects what's happening over the past 3 months. And this makes it especially useful for uncovering patterns and imbalances that contribute to period problems. So here's why minerals are so important. Minerals are the sparks plugs of the body. They help regulate hormones, stabilize blood sugar, they support our thyroid function, reduce inflammation, and calm the nervous system. If your minerals are depleted or out of balance, your hormones can't be functioning optimally. And when your hormones aren't working in harmony, your cycle is going to let you know, usually through symptoms like period cramps, PMS, mood swings, fatigue, or even irregular periods. So let's go through a few examples of what HTMA can reveal and how this relates to your period health. One common imbalance we see is low magnesium. Magnesium, often called the nature's muscle relaxant. Without enough magnesium, your uterus contracts more strongly, leading to painful period cramps. Many women are deficient because of stress, exercise, and even hormonal birth control, depleting magnesium stores. HTMA can show us whether your magnesium is too low or whether your calcium to magnesium ratio is in balance. Another example is copper balance. Copper is an important mineral for our reproductive health, but if it's not properly regulated in the body, it can cause heavy bleeding, anxiety, or worsen PMS. HTMA doesn't just measure your copper levels, but it shows how well your body is able to use copper. And this is something a standard blood test might miss. Then we have zinc. Zinc is essential for ovulation, immune health, progesterone production. And if you're low in zinc, you might struggle with acne, irregular cycles, low progesterone, which often shows up as spotting before your period. HTMA can also detect toxic metals like mercury, lead, arsenic, or aluminum, and these heavy metals can interfere with your endocrine system or worsen inflammation in the body. If you've been exposed to these metals through your environment, food, or even old dental work, they could be silently impacting your hormonal health and cycle. What makes HTMA so valuable is that it doesn't give you just numbers, it shows patterns. For example, your calcium and potassium ratio can tell us about your thyroid health, which directly impacts your cycle regularity and energy levels. Your sodium and magnesium ratio can reveal adrenal stress, which explains why some women can feel completely burned out in their luteal phase. With this information, we're not guessing. We can create a personal plan to restore balance in your body. This might mean adjusting your nutrition to increase certain minerals while using targeted supplements to support detox pathways to reduce the heavy metals. For me and many of my clients, HTMA has been a game changer. Instead of trying random supplements or following generic advice, we get specific answers about what your body actually needs. When you give your body the right support, symptoms like period cramps, bloating, fatigue, and mood swings can improve dramatically. And the best part, HTMA is simple, it's non-invasive, and only requires a small sample of your hair. There's no needles and no complicated prep, just a straightforward test with insight that can truly transform your period health. So, if you've been struggling with painful, heavy, or irregular periods, and you're tired of quick fixes or band-aid solutions, I encourage you to consider an HTMA test. It's one of the best ways to uncover the hidden root cause of your symptoms and finally take a step towards painless periods. So, if you're ready to learn more, I've linked the details about HTMA and how I use it inside my program, the Period Makeover Method, in the description. Thank you so much for watching today's Healthy Hormone Chat. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who might be struggling with painful periods. And let me know in the comments, have you ever heard of hair tissue mineral analysis before? I'll see you in my next video.